Warning, the following content may contain mature subject matter. The viewer discretion is strongly advised. Hello guys, and welcome to the pilot video of Controversial Fridays, in which I will be talking about things that bother people and get people a little hot and bothered about video games. Now the first game I choose to start off with is BioShock, and I'll only be talking about the first BioShock game because there's a lot to cover in the second and third game as well, and I don't want to ruin anything for anybody because the first game's been out for a while. Now the problem with BioShock is it leads a lot of moral and ethical decision making amongst the game, and it shows a lot of the flaws amongst some of our ideals that we live by in the perfect world in some aspects. So let's just jump right into this. BioShock is considered a thrilling adventure style game in which you're thrown into a 1950s style submerged city called Rapture, in which man is considered free. The man will have no restrictions by the government or by God. He will be free to his own choice. In the first scenes of the game, when you enter the bathysphere, submersing in the city, Andrew Ryan introduces you to Rapture, a city where the artist will have no fear of censorship, where the scientist will not be bound by petty morality, and where the great will not be constrained by the small. This leads to a lot of question in which our ideals and what we are shaped off of, whether they're right or they're wrong, or whether there should be limitations or the lack of laws. With the limitations on science, the production of Adam was produced by a scientist under the name of Bridget Tannenbaum, also known as the creator of the Little Sisters. Adam can be produced through a form of stem cell research, in which it is formed into a parasitic-style sea slug, which resides in the human stomach. With Adam implanted in the stomach of the human host, Adam can be used to fuel things such as plasmids, which will allow for the DNA altering of the body, letting you do things a human would not naturally be able to do, like shoot fire and lightning out of your hands. Weird, right? I know, pretty crazy. The problem with Adam is it became an abusive substance and a currency in Andrew Ryan's free market, and caused a massive civil war amongst the population of Rapture. The civil war boiled down to two sides, the sane people and the splicers. Splicers have abused Adam so much that their bodies and minds have deformed, allowing them to do unnatural things and losing their sanity and reality. With the production of Adam, it draws back to the idea of Little Sisters. Little Sisters are creations of Bridget Tannenbaum, in which they are harvesters of Adam. All the Little Sisters have been altered to the point that they don't look human-like anymore. They are actually young girls, taken away from their families at young ages, and altered become hosts for the parasite, allowing them for the gathering and production of Adam. With the growing scarcity of Adam and the abuse of young children, Dr. Su Chung decided there was a different way to obtain Adam, and this is through all the dead bodies of the splicers among the city. With this discovery, Dr. Su Chung used the Little Sisters as gatherers to find the Adam off of the dead bodies of the splicers. Unwilling at first, Dr. Su Chung mentally conditioned the Little Sisters to see the dead splicers as angels, harvesting them for good. With Little Sisters becoming more abundant of Adam, Big Daddies were designed. Big Daddies are genetically enhanced humans who have had their skins and organs grafted into enormous diving suits with the intent of protecting the Little Sisters. With all the backstory out of the way, we lead into the major dilemma of the game: harvesting or rescuing the Little Sisters. Now, Tannenbaum offers you a solution in ways of the Adam consumption of the Little Sisters, in which you can choose to rescue them, cleansing their bodies of the parasite, instead of choosing to harvesting them for bad. The drawbacks behind this is if you choose to rescue the Little Sisters over harvesting them, you receive less Adam. Tannenbaum, however, offers you a way of repayment in a later time for saving all the children. Once you rescue enough Little Sisters, a teddy bear holding a gift box will be left as a reward at the Gatherer's Garden, offering you Adam and potential ammo to keep you going on throughout your journey. The strongest driving force behind this has to be the thought that when you harvest Little Sisters, you're potentially killing them to get the sea slug out of their body to gain massive amounts of Adam. This brings up the moral decision of whether you're willing to stomach the fact that you're killing children for Adam, an imaginary currency, or you're setting your mind to the thought process that it's just a game and they're little monsters in the end. I personally cannot stomach the harvesting choice, because when you choose to harvest and rescue the Little Sisters, they originally struggle in your grasps. When you rescue them, it makes you feel like a better person because you're cleansing them of their disease, whereas when you're harvesting, I feel wrong, because you can just see them with this disgusted look on their face as they struggle in your hand trying to get away, and then this green haze of smoke covers the screen and you're left with a parasite in your hand as you crush it to obtain Adam through your skin. The Little Sisters, however, were not the only ethical and moral decision present in the BioShock series. One of the main antagonists you run into later on in the game, Dr. Steinman, is one of the whack jobs of the medical pavilion. Steinman was a well-recognized plastic surgeon, and with the abuse of Adam, caused him to lose his grasp on reality and twist his values. With the freedom and choice provided in Rapture, Steinman was given free rein to experiment on the willing subjects to create true beauty and perfection, but in many cases led to death in the process. With Steinman's incredible failure rate, it brings to question the ideal of moral and ethical laws impeding on medical and scientific choices. With this in mind, we turn to one of the last whack jobs that you run into in the game, Sander Cohen, a well-known and popular artist amongst Rapture. After the Civil War, however, Cohen is given Fort Frolic and is his area to reside, gifted by Andrew Ryan. Over time, Cohen grows increasingly paranoid and believes many people are out to get him. With his absence of sanity, Cohen grows increasingly obsessed with the idea of death and suffering, and because of this, sends you to kill his enemies and photograph them to add to his sadistic masterpiece he's working on. You must agree to Cohen's claims as he traps you in Fort Frolic and will not let you progress to kill Andrew Ryan until you do his bidding. All in all, with the moral and ethical values present in this game really brings up a lot of question in whether this game is justified in its decisions or it's not even necessary. Personally, I feel the use of the Little Sisters was a little bit over the top at times because games that put children in danger, not really the best decision. With characters like Steinman and Cohen, it brings up the question of where we're willing to draw the line of censorship and where we're willing to step in and stop something that's not morally or ethically appropriate. BioShock, all in all, has a lot of things that it touches on, and it brings up a lot of discussion that people really don't notice on their first playthrough, but it is one of those games that's worth knowing and worth looking into. It'll embrace and enrich the experience that you have so much more when you play it again, so I personally recommend you guys watch this video and try it out. I really hope you guys like the idea of Controversial Friday, despite the fact that it might seem a little iffy at first. It's just getting the ball rolling, trying to get the idea out there. If you guys have any feedback or anything like that, leave it in the description below. It will help me out. If you got any future suggestions in mind, let me know, and I will look to incorporate those. So this is Rage signing out. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next Friday.